Welcome to Fastang 444. Subscribe, please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Here I am in the greenhouse area where I always begin my day, angled southeast. There could be a drop behind me I would hear, one on my left I would see, or over near the greenhouses. I would see it between the tiles. And look at this, right on my left, level 2 Audi RS6. This is a great start, much faster than the level 2 rating it is rated at. So let's just go to this dirt road. I'll be right next to it. Throughout this video, I will reference the Eliminator car's top speeds on the highway. It was data I collected, and yes, it may be a few miles per hour or kilometers per hour one direction or the other, but it is actually a great reference point to use in deciding what vehicles to select within Forza Horizon 5, the Eliminator. Now we'll leave a link at the top right at the end of this video to that video. It's actually within its own playlist. I can tell when I open up the map with how far into the northeast the arena wall is. You see that triangular shaped intersection within that? That tells me definitively it will be Final Arena 5. And knowing that, I am going to head away from that direction, away from the progression of the game, and either find a higher level drop or engage in a head-to-head with a higher level vehicle and take it. So that's the plan. I do see a drop over this direction, so let's go take a peek at this. What is it? Oh wow, a level 7 Mercedes AMG GT. Look at the top speeds on this. This is pretty much on the highway at level 10, and I'm not sure what this Ford Focus RS level 5 was thinking. They are just doing me a favor, coming over and helping me get into a head-to-head here. I don't know, maybe they were trying to get that drop and I got it first, so they figured, what the heck. It's all or nothing at this point. I'm not sure. And no surprise, this head-to-head is going northeast. I will take the MG Metro, even though it has a much lower top speed than the Mercedes AMG GT. It's early enough in the game where I can engage in another head-to-head to get out of this and into a level 9. But I do have to use some caution and not engage in a head-to-head with someone that is in something faster, which is pretty much everything. There's only a few vehicles that have a lower top speed. There's a vehicle over here, and they are heading away from the direction of the head-to-head, and look at this. That is my target, a Ford Escort Mark I, highway top speeds 127 miles per hour, 204 kilometers per hour. Actually just slightly slower than what I have, although the MG Metro gets up to its top speed very quickly. So here they are right here. They're on the run. You cannot get away from me. I am coming for you. Got them. Target acquired. And look at the top speeds there. Off we go on the highway eastbound to the northeast. Going from one slow level 8 to a slow level 9, the dreaded Jeep Trackhawk. Although it's early enough in the game where it won't be a problem. I just need to use some caution, much like I did with the MG Metro. So let's go over into what I call the home of the Eliminator here. Take a peek at some drops possibly along the way. Interest. All right, a vehicle just completed a head-to-head over on the road here. So I will get through the trees and over just to the west side of them and start heading northeast, the direction of a head-to-head as they level up. And look at this. A fatal error. They are going away from the direction of the head-to-head. And look at the speeds. These vehicles are very closely matched. My positioning will prevail. So no surprise, this head-to-head leads over to the northeast. And I will open up the map here. Usually have to go through the trees just before the finish, and that's the case here. Kind of around where the road bends to the left here. I can go through the trees just over to the finish here. Get out of this Jeep Trackhawk into a level 10. I will immediately turn away from where this head-to-head completes so no one comes along and snipes me as I level up into the second highest top speed vehicle in the Eliminator, the Brockie. This will work out well in the final showdown. So let's head away from the progression of the game, head over back towards the home of the Eliminator. Use caution though, if someone is over here and they engage in a head-to-head with me, I would be heading away from the direction of a head-to-head. So a bit of caution. There are some vehicles on the mini-map ahead here. Right when I get to here, a vehicle appears on the mini-map and starts coming towards me, so I will turn around on them, engage in the head-to-head. They are in a level 7 Porsche Cayenne, and they had very poor positioning. I have the preferred positioning going the direction where the finish of this head-to-head is, very close to where the previous one completed. So let's just get through these trees, and I was formulating a plan that I will open up the map as I cross the finish, so I will remain in this vehicle the rest of this game. Can't be challenged or challenge, and I'm not going to go near anyone and taunt them. I am just going to go away from everyone over here on the beach. So there's really no foul as far as I'm concerned. If you disagree with that, please no comments on that. I understand. And someone just got into a Funko, and look at the top speeds. Rocky is just slightly faster. And yes, ghost drops are still a problem. Please no comments regarding that. Keep them pertaining to this game. Wound up being a very good game. And here comes someone over here. I will go away from them, not to taunt them. Alright, someone just got into a Hoonigan RS200. Alright, let's go over this direction, away from everyone that is remaining in the game. I will just stay here until the arena is beginning to shrink and make my way over and get in position for the final showdown. That driver that just won a head-to-head goes from the Hoonigan RS200 into the Funko. Head-to-head that just completed. The winner, the last time I noticed what vehicle they were in a R.J. Anderson truck, and they wind up eliminating and taking the level 10 Funko. Alright, now that the arena is shrinking, I will make my way over and get in position for the final showdown. And around the middle of the triangular shaped intersection is where I like to lead from. So once I get to that point, I will turn around. Here we are.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 5. The range of time to leave is 19 to 22 seconds. I will leave at 22 seconds. And I will not be accelerating as I make my way to the exit because, as you may know, the Brocky doesn't handle high-speed turns very well. That is the Funko over there. Not sure why they are pausing. They are going to be late on their exit. I seem to be the only one that is attempting to try to time their exit here. So as long as the finish is this direction and no other drivers are trying to influence the finish, I should have a very good lead, which I do. It appears as though the finish is very close to the highway, possibly just off the highway. Up the map and I can see the finish is just on the other side of Horizon Street Scene. So I will take this off ramp over towards the finish and watch out for obstructions that are between me and the finish. Around the pond and that mound over to the finish. What a great way to start my day with a win. Yes!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers.